Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and doing well and you are reading properly at home. And the videos what I have already given to my channel, you have seen and you have already shared to your friends. Of course, I think you have to do that. And if you have not done such type of work, you please come to my channel and subscribe it and just revise all you have read already. You just look at my video and watch it fully so that you can get the proper concept of each and every week from the given chapters, those which are already uploaded here. Okay, and you haven't share it to your friends, you must share it because sharing is a good thing. Okay, so this is the way, and I already have given a few videos based on the first chapter of science of your class, that is the first chapter, matter in our surroundings. Today I'm starting the topic from where we will start understand that are the matters change its state? Are the matters states? Is it? Of course it is. Actually, we have read that they have three states. Those are solid, liquid, and gas. Okay. So how this form means how such type of changes comes in different our solid matters, liquid matters, and gaseous matters. We will clarify this concept today in this video. Okay. So without wasting time, let's get started. So first topic that is given, the the change of states of any matter. Yes, change of states of any matter. If you start to do say this, so before that I have to introduce about the temperature, the effect of temperature and the effect of air pressure or the atmospheric pressure. Okay, because the temperature and the pressure helps to change the entire structure, or you can say the entire properties of different matter in our world that exist here. Okay, so if you say that the underground, if we go at the deep underground, there the petroleum oil, it is available as a crude oil as well as the coal. Okay, the fossils, all such types of things are available over there. How does this possible, and how it is appear, how does it made, and why it is taking so million years to prepare all this matter deep underground the soil? This is all because of the air, huge pressure and the huge temperature, right? So it means that not only the deep underground property but also the matter, those who are on the ground, these things also used to change itself or used to change its property, its inter structure. All this matters based on the temperature and the air pressure. Okay, so now we will start to read the effect, the change of effect of temperature on different type of matter, those which are solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so let's get started. So if we say for the solid particles, we know that solid particles, where all the particles are used to get compacted very tightly to each other, and we know that it contacts or it used to conduct a kind of temperature inside it or inside its body, that is called the energy, right? Not only any kinds of non-living particles but also living particles like our body. Okay, in our body, on last video I have already discussed, on a video I discussed that the cells, those which are multiplying in our body and makes a proper shape of a body of any humans or any animals, or the entire organelles used to do the work, different systems those which are present in animals body, in our body, these are working properly. So how does this possible, right? All these things can be possible by a kind of energy that is producing and that is already there inside our body. Okay, what is energy called? The energy called kinetic energy. Yes, kinetic energy, it used to produce automatically in our body with the help of the entire food items or the nutrients, those which are using, those which are having regularly in a diet manner, as well as the water that we are taking. So all this matters means such ingredients helping us to grow the entire kinetic energy in our body. Okay, it's also kind of energy in our body. Now if I say for example a kind of ice cube. Okay, an ice cube, that is a solid matter where all the water particles, it means the H2 particles, are compacted together very tightly and makes a solid part of it. Okay, now this solid part, when a solid ice used to take on a plate in the room temperature, after a while we observe that the entire solid particles of it used to melt itself. Okay, now if you take a thermometer, if you take a thermometer, a clinical thermometer, okay, if you take at or a normal thermometer, if you take on the ice cube, you will observe that it will show the 0 degree centigrade, right? As you know that 0 degree centigrade is the ultimate freezing point of the water. It It means that the actual temperature at which water turns or converts into solid, okay, a solid ice, that's called a freezing point. So it always show the freezing point at the 0 degree centigrade. Okay, now the centigrade scale, if you take on the water that has just molten, okay, the ice cube that has just molten on the plate and becomes water, if you take the thermometer again there, you will observe the same temperature. What is that? That is 0 degree centigrade. Okay, now the question will come that, sir, how is it possible? How is this possible? As we know that the dry ice, when we, oh sorry, ice, when I have taken on the plate and the room temperature, so of course it will conserve the temperature from the outside, from the atmosphere, right? And it will melt itself. Of course, it has absorbed, but the temperature that has absorbed by the ice cube, it was a very very minimum in quantity. Okay, very minimum in quantity. So that's why it is not measured at all, even in the clinical thermometer. And the clinical thermometer always shows the 0 degree centigrade. It means that the kinetic temperature used to increase itself at that very time. When the temperature is increasing, okay, from the atmosphere, at that very time, in that ice cube, the kinetic energy is also increasing. And when the kinetic energy is increasing at that very time, all the small solid particles of the water in the ice cube, it's try to break itself. Okay, it's try to break itself, and when they are breaking, so automatically it will turn into water. Okay, so it means that when ice cube turns into water at that very time, the energy will remain same as 0 degree. It means that kinetic energy has increases over there, and the outer energy, the external energy, is used here, but in a very minimum quantity. That's it. Okay, now if we say that the minimum quantity of temperature that is used, the external minimum temperature that is used by the ice to make it water, or to melt itself, okay, into water. So what is this temperature called, or what is this energy called, or what is that very particular temperature that has absorbed to melt itself, that is called its melting point. Okay, that is called its melting point. It means the actual temperature, or the actual, you can say that, is temperature that is used by the solid ice cube to convert it into water, that is called melting point. It means such point or such temperature is used to convert itself from solid to liquid. Okay, it is clear. Fine. Now if I say for liquid, yes, liquid, suppose you have taken a container, you have taken a quantity of liquid itself, and you have given on a burner. Okay, you have turned on the burner, you have seen that when water is taking, or already started to absorb the temperature from the outside, from the burner, at that very time, small teeniest bubbles used to form itself, okay, in the water. And after that, the maximum level of temperature, when it's already taken, then it starts to boil in a proper manner, and bubbles can be seen on it, okay, and smoke and the water vapor comes out in a huge manner, right? So such type of process, when the temperature was very low and small bubbles used to come out from the water, at that very time the actual kinetic energy was increasing. Okay, the external energy from the burner helping the water in the container to increase its kinetic temperature. Okay, now when the kinetic temperature comes into its proper manner, okay, proper form, so at that very time it starts to bubble. It means that time the entire water has taken 100 degrees centigrade. If you take the clinical thermometer over there, on a centigrade thermometer over there, so you will observe that 100 degrees centigrade mercury level it will show. Got it? So it means that the particular temperature it is showing, that is already conserved in that water. That's why the water is bubbling over there. Okay, it is boiling at that very time. So the actual external temperature that has taken, or the and including the atmospheric pressure, when the entire water is bubbling itself or boiling itself, that temperature is known as the boiling point of the water. Okay, boiling point of the water. So boiling point of the water, or boiling point of any substance, means the actual temperature that is absorbed by the substance to boil itself. That is called the boiling temperature. Okay, so boiling temperature, boiling point, melting point, freezing point, you have understood. Fine. Now if I say for the gas, look, gas in our atmosphere, it is invisible, it is everywhere, it is present. Got it? But we know that when the gas or when air, suppose if I take the gas as air, when air used to take huge quantity or huge number of temperature into itself, so it becomes very light. Okay, we have already read about the sea breeze, we have read about the land breeze. Okay, that very time we have seen that when the air becomes very hot, okay, and dry, that very time it goes directly upwards to the sky. Okay, and to fill that gaps from the side, the cold air comes rushly. Okay, so in this manner a kind of cycle used to form. The hot air goes out, goes up, and the from the downwards, from the downside, the cold air comes to fill that gaps. Okay, so such type of pressure called the atmospheric pressure. This atmospheric pressure is also included under the temperature, and it helps to move or cycling the temperature, air movement of the air only with the help of the temperature, the atmospheric temperature that is present over there. Okay, so in such manner the temperature used to make a kind of effect on different matters and change its structure, change it somehow, change its properties. Okay, in such manner it is done. So for it is completed. Now come at the another point, and the point is the change of effects based on the pressure. And I want to say that the SI unit of the temperature, SI unit of the temperature, it's saying as a Kelvin. Okay, Kelvin. 1 Kelvin, 0 degree centigrade is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. Must keep it in your mind, 0 degree centigrade. 0 degree centigrade is measured as, or it is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. But normally we used to take 273 Kelvin. Okay, so this equation you must keep it in your mind because it is very very important when you will go for any kinds of numerical problem based on these matters. So that very time this Kelvin number can be used somehow. Got it? So 0 degree centigrade means 273 degree Kelvin. 273 Kelvin, not degree. Fine. Now come at the another topic, that is the effect, change of effects of the air pressure or the atmospheric pressure. We know that air pressure or atmospheric pressure also somehow helps to change the shape, change the structure, change the properties of different type of matters. Okay. At first we will go for the gaseous matter. Yes, gaseous matter mainly when it is compressed, when it is compressed. Okay, you have already read in class 8 when we read about the chapter coal and petroleum. At that very time we read that the CNG, compressed natural gas, as well as LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, so such gases are recharged in the cylinders. Okay, so when it is recharged in the cylinders, at that very time all these gases are compressed in a cylinder. Okay, so normally with the help of the large chimneys, large machines. Okay, if this compression is to held, and when the compression is to held, at that very time huge pressure is given, huge pressure on the gas is given, but the temperature remains very cool. Okay, temperature remains very cool. It means very low temperature and high pressure. Okay, it helps the gas to convert into its liquid form. Okay, and after that these liquid form it used to recharge in the cylinder. That's why if you jerk the cylinder in the kitchen, if you jerk somehow, you will observe that there is a floating sound you will get from the cylinder. Okay, a liquid is floating in the cylinder, you will get such type of sound if you jerk it. So how it is possible? Only because of the compression. So low temperature and high pressure help to change the shape of the air. That's it. Fine. So this is the kind of process. So we can say that it has changed from gas to liquid. So we can say it's a part of condensation. When gas it change into liquid. Okay, for example, if I give the another point on condensation, then it will be more clear to you. That is, suppose from a container. Suppose a container, it is on the burner, the flaming burner, and water is given there. Water is evaporating. Okay, in an alarming rate. So when the evaporation of the water vapor is coming out, what you have done? You have taken a lid. Okay, a dish or a plate or a lid, and just keep on the water vapor from where the water vapor is coming out. Okay, if you take here at least for a minute, and if you take it out the dish or the plate, you will observe that many water bubbles are stuck over there. Okay, many water bubbles on the dish, under the dish, it is stuck over there. So from where this water was came, actually the water came there only by the conversion of the gas into liquid. Okay, only by the conversion of the gas, means the water vapor into liquid. How it is converted? Look, from wind through the hot container, the water was evaporating. The entire structure, the entire property was very hot, and we know that hot means the water will be evaporated from there. Okay, so it is basically evaporating as a water vapor with lots of moisture inside it. So as it contains the moisture inside it, then if I take a cool and very cool t-shirt there, so that very water vapor come contact to the cold air, right, or cold zone. So when it is touching the cold zone, the entire water bubbles or the water vapor, it will change itself within a very single second into water. Okay, it will change itself into water. So water vapor changing itself gradually, gradually, not very single second, to convert it into water and makes a water droplets under the dish. Okay, so these also kind of condensation process. Next, if we go for solid matters, yes, solid matters, look, in solid matters, if we give the excessive pressure on it, okay, if we give it excessive pressure on it, what is the pressure? Not by the force, not any kinds of potential energy I'm providing there, I'm giving there the atmospheric pressure. Okay, atmospheric pressure means temperature is also included over there. Got it? So it means that when I'm giving this kind of atmospheric pressure along with the temperature, so of course it somehow it will be melted or it will be broken up. Okay, so if I take the ice cube again, so it will be melted, right, where it will show its melting point. Got it? So we can say that it is a kind of fission process. In fission, what happens? The entire structure will be changed, but the temperature will remain same, just as same as the kinetic energy that I just discussed before. Okay, so kinetic energy will remain same, and it's just change its shape from the solidified matter. It will come into liquid matter. Okay, liquid property. So it means that it will be a kind of fission. So such type of fission can be seen as well as for few kinds of solids. For few kinds of solids, when we are giving that atmospheric pressure on it as well as the temperature on it, somehow it will not be changed into liquid, it will just change from solid direct to gas, from solid direct to gas. Okay, for example, if I say naphthalene ball, I think you have already seen naphthalene ball. It gives a very unique type of smell, or essence comes out from there, right, our incense comes out from there. So such type of naphthalene ball, if we keep on anywhere in the room, okay, so gradually observe that it is just changing its shape, and from its proper shape it is coming in a reducing manner, the entire shape is coming in a reducing manner, and one day there will be no naphthalene. Okay, so how is this possible? This only because of the air pressure and the temperature that helps directly to convert it from solid matter to gaseous matter. Okay, so these are kind of process. Next, the another thing, that is camphor. Camphor is also very colloquial, and it is available in our kitchen. Got it? When our mother used to make any kind of sweet dish like pies, okay, so at that very time that camphor is used. Even this camphor is used to burn the diyas during puja. Got it? So camphor is quite white color crystals. So such white color crystals, when it is kept normally, okay, anywhere in the open room temperature, so it will also be just what I say, that it convert itself from solid matter to gaseous matter with the help of the atmospheric pressure and temperature. And such process known as sublimation process. Sublimation process. Okay, so SUBLIMATION, sublimation process helps to convert the solid matters into gaseous matters with the help of the air pressure and the temperature. Understood? So this is a kind of process. Next, if I say liquid, for the liquid, okay, so we are providing the air pressure and temperature, of course what will happen? Boiling point, right? So boiling point it will take, and when it will take, the boiling point means the actual temperature at which water converts into evaporation. It means it starts to do the evaporation process, or it changes into water vapor. that is called the boiling point. Okay, so such type of boiling point are seen at caused only because of the effect of the air pressure on it, and such air pressure is measured in Pascal, Pa, capital P, small a. Okay, Pascal is used, and atmospheric pressure is always measured, and atmospheric pressure is always taken only based on the pressure on the sea level. Okay, pressure on the sea level, one atmospheric pressure is always measured from there. Okay, so that's it. This topic is getting as a very easy topic to you. And Kelvin, 0 degree centigrade means 273 Kelvin. Don't forget about it. And somehow atmospheric pressure is needed, somehow it is not needed in the numericals. But no need to think so much, you have to read it properly, and you have to listen to my video, listen to me clearly, so that the entire concept becomes much clear to you. And if you face any kinds of confusion anywhere in my explanation, that you haven't got that point, that what I tried to say, got it, you must ask me through the comment box, because comment box is already there. Don't forget to comment me. And are you satisfied by my explanation or not, you must let me know. So all these uh, things you have to do. And before that, you have to read the book. I always say must read the book, because you have to prefer the book at first. Then you have to come to my channel. Okay, without reading book, if you listen to my video, so you can forget everything. You have to read the book at first, then you have to come to me. Then the entire concept will be clear to you, and it will remain stored in your memory for a long period of time. Okay, hope you have got the better way of learning, and I must give you the proper learning what you deserve. Thank you so much. Today is up to this. On the next day, I must come with a new video on this topic. Till then, thank you so much. Bye bye.